This week, let's learn how to finger detangle our hair on dry strands. So let's jump into it. Hello my YouTube family, it's NowIamNappy, and I'm so excited to do this finger detangling series requested by y'all. A lot of y'all were asking how to finger detangle for length retention, especially those with the tighter coils like 4C, 4B hair, and I want to make a video, actually 2 videos on how I finger detangle my hair. So there is a version I do with dry detangling and there's a version I do with wet detangling. So wet detangling will be in next week's video, but the premise of both videos is that I start always on dry hair. So let's just get right into it, okay? Alright, so first of all, the 2 products I'll be using today are my Aloe leave-in conditioner and my stimulating Ayurvedic oil. And that's all I'm going to use to begin the process. If you have some hair clips or hair ties, that will also be useful. So let's get into it. And first and foremost, y'all, I always like to start in the section in the back of my hair. I'm going to turn around so you guys can get a better view. I'm also going to change my shirt so you guys can really get a chance to see what I'm doing to maximize the detangling process. Okay, the first thing I want to recommend is starting in small enough sections where you can manage it. Now I'm going to use my Aloe leave-in conditioner. This is to actually hydrate the hair to really make it more pliable. Now if you have a conditioner, you can also use this. Also my Hibiscus and Chebe styler is great, but so is warm water. At this point, we're not detangling. We're just trying to make the hair more pliable. And then I'm just pressing in the leave-in conditioner. At this point, I'm just trying to make the hair more hydrated so that I can go through later on and finger detangle. So I'm going in with the oil, and that's going to provide the lubrication my hair needs so that the strands can glide gently around each other so that the shed hair just falls right out. So at this point, I'm just going to separate some of the strands, pull them apart, see if there's any loose strands that I can just easily finger detangle right out. And once I do this process, I'm going to put my hair right into one large twist. Okay, so I'm going to just repeat this for you guys one more time so you can see it on another section of my hair. But the point again of this is not to really fully detangle my hair, but it's just to kind of get it pliable and get it prepped for when I'm ready to finger detangle. Now use that Aloe leave-in conditioner and then use that stimulating Ayurvedic oil. You can use any oil that you feel penetrates nice into your strands, so that again you have the lubrication for your strands to glide across each other and easily slip out. Alright, so go ahead and do this process for your entire head and work in small enough sections so it's easy for you to handle and manage each section without feeling like you're rushing or needing to rip through the hair. So now that I have all the twists in my hair, I'm actually going to braid them down on each side. I want to aid in stretching the hair as much as possible. This will also aid in making finger detangling easy. Now I'm going to put my hair with a plastic cap and do like a pre-poo with this for at least 1 hour. I would say a minimum, and this video I actually ended up doing it for like 2 hours because I ended up running some errands. But the point is to kind of trap in some heat and let that oil penetrate. If you also have a heating cap, that would also work really, really well for this process. Alright, I'm also just showing you how much shed hair I lost in just that simple step. Okay, so again, for me, it was about 2 hours this time, and I went to go and take out my hair. My hair feels very moisturized. There's a lot of oil on it, so there's definitely some lubrication so that the strands can glide against each other. And I'm just starting with the finger detangling process. What I first like to do is start with the ends to make sure that any trapped hair is easily removed right away. If I find that I do have a knot, which I'll show you guys in a second, when I do have a knot, I will add in a little bit of my leave-in conditioner. Now it's up to you. If you love the Aloe leave-in conditioner, you can use that. But the Hibiscus and Chebe styler also has a ton of slip. I'll actually do a section of my hair with that a little later on. Right now, I just spray with the leave-in conditioner, focus it on those ends, and then slowly try to glide each individual strand out of this knot. Now for me, y'all, I actually waited 2 weeks intentionally so that you can see how my hair is and how to detangle when your hair is pretty matted or knotted. So just take your time to remove as many strands as possible And y'all, I got to a point where there was a solid knot, and I went ahead and took my scissors and just removed that teeny tiny knot. So once again, I like to start from the bottom, remove those strands, and then I'll work my way from the top down, slowly releasing the knots in my hair. I'm going to zoom in so you can really see what I'm doing. I'm taking my time. If you feel like your hair still has a bit of the formation from the twist or braid out style that you had, feel free to add a little bit more water or leave-in so that the hair can be released from that form and it's easier to finger detangle. One thing when it comes to finger detangling, you really get intimate with your hair. You really get to know what your hair feels like, and you can also really feel the knots in your hair. One thing when you're using a wide tooth comb in particular, you're kind of really just ripping through the hair. You're not as gentle. Those knots that may be trapped in your hair are just ripped out with a comb, but finger detangling really allows you to focus only on the knot, slowly removing that hair, and then moving on to the other strands until your hair is fully detangled. Now when it comes to using my Hibiscus and Chebe styler, now this also has an incredible amount of slip. So I have some sections of my hair in the back that really tangle very easily. So even though I have enough lubrication on my strands, the addition of the Hibiscus and Chebe styler or a product with a good amount of slip, the strands just glide out. So again, work from the bottom and work your way to the top. And if you need to section your portions into smaller sections, by all means do so. Don't feel like you have to detangle the entire large section, and if you're feeling frustrated, feel free to stop and start back over when you have time and the energy to do so. So I'm going to repeat this process all over my hair. Y'all, it's really simple, and the more stretched that you keep your hair, the easier the detangling process will be. Generally, I do finger detangle weekly when I do my wash days, but this week it was extended. And y'all, if you're looking for some quality products, make sure you check out our flash sale I'm having. The sale will actually end on Wednesday. You can take 20% off some of your favorite products like the Hibiscus and Chebe leave-in conditioner that dupes as an amazing detangler, but all products are on sale, so make sure you check that out. Okay, you guys, so it took me about an hour and 20 minutes to thoroughly detangle my hair. I will say this is probably the most detangled my hair has been in a while. Usually I wet detangle, and y'all, I'm excited to share that routine with you guys next week. I do want to show you guys the shed hair I lost. I was able to get out just using my fingers, using my detangler, and y'all, my hair feels very soft and fluffy like a light cloud. You can go ahead and shampoo and condition your hair in these twists and then not really have to worry about doing some big detangling session afterwards. But if you guys want to see how I wet finger detangle my hair, stay tuned for next week. And if you want to build a regimen that helps maximize length retention, check out this video on the screen. But that's it for this week. I'll see you next time. Bye.